Welcome to the killing spree already in progress. If you're just joining us, this is Angelica the Slasher, a mostly T1 fit, originally junkyard solo PvP machine that I put together out of what was lying around. Well, now Angelica has leveled up. We've got 3 Tech 2 150mm light autocannon 2s taken from the corpse of Lilith Nian's Rifter. We've also got a Warp Scrambler 2 that we scrounged from a previous defeated foe. Angelica currently has 6 kill marks, and we have earned, through murder alone, 5,190 loyalty points with the Malachim Zealots. There are other things that I think we should probably be doing in order to get to our loyalty point goal, but I have made a commitment that we're going to let Angela continue her killing spree for as long as it can last. And right this instant, there's an Imperial Navy Slicer on scan.
I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts obsession, I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate.
Oh, it's another web slicer.
Take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect.
There we go. Essential that we get the
It's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
Oh. That's it. It's about time. I have no regrets about that. And now I can get on to some more serious business. This is Bill. Bill wants to build a Cynabal and join the Angel Cartel cause in Zarzak, but he's not making it easy on himself. Okay, so I have a clone jumped back into Thera. I know I said a couple of episodes ago that we may never come back to Thera again, but I realized that I've forgotten a couple of things here. Most notably, I have sold all of the Overseer effects, all of the Triglavian data, all of the clone soldier tags that I've picked up along the way, because we still need to get up to another 440 million ISK, I believe, to buy all of the remaining blueprints and to pay the ISK fee for the net resonators. And we still have a ways to go. But I didn't yet sell the sleeper data libraries or the covert research tools that I've collected. I forgot that I had left them here in Thera, and I was doing a little asset search from Metanoamake. I was like, oh, I should really deal with those. The reason I haven't sold these is because, unlike the other stuff, which can be sold at any Concord station, both of these are sold to more specific corporations in less convenient places. The covert research tools are bought by the Antaki Syndicate, but also by the Salvation Angels, the Dominations, True Creations, Guristas, basically most of the Nullsec NBC Pirate Corps. And the sleeper data libraries are similarly, they're bought by True Creations and Domination. They're also bought by some Empire Corps like Xenu and Creodron, and also by Thucker Tribe. But because I'm looking to sell the covert research tools anyways, I'm going to take the sleeper data libraries to the same place I take the research tools to, which means I need to find a wormhole out to NPC Nullsec. It looks like when I moved out of Thera, I didn't leave behind a scanning ship. I didn't leave behind a probe, which was perhaps a bit short-sighted of me. Okay, there is an unfit probe built in the hangar, so not totally short-sighted of me. I did build a spare at one point, so I guess this will be Poppy the probe. Let's see if we have any core scanner probes and probe launchers. Okay, good. So we're not totally helpless here. Okay, a brief interlude to build a couple of missing modules, and now we have a perfectly serviceable probe fit. Let's get out there and scan down a nullsec wormhole. Okay, so I have 58.7 million ISK in sleeper data and covert research tools in the hold of Poppy the Probe, and I found a wormhole out to Catch, just 6 jumps from Curse. So this seems great. The only catch with going to Catch is that this is a Sovnel region where Goon Swarm has just completed moving to. So Eve Gate check tells me it's safe out here, but I'm not sure how much we can trust that. There is a Kikimora on scan. I'm going to get myself a safe spot before I make my next move. Sorry, it's actually 9 jumps to Curse, and it will be 10 jumps to get to the first station, the Salvation Angel station, where we can actually sell some of this stuff. So we have 9 dangerous jumps through Goon Swarm territory, and then 1 probably less dangerous jump through NPC Null. For the 2 people watching this who have never heard the name Goon Swarm is one of the oldest and most powerful nullsec alliances in EVE, and for many years they've been living in the Delve region. But just 2 weeks ago, the whole alliance did a massive move up over here to the southeast of nullsec to Ketch and Tenerifus. So there are a lot of people who will be out here who are new to this area of space and possibly more active than they would have been generally. In fact, that's the thing that I'm most concerned about, is I know a huge number of old Goon Swarm accounts that had let their subscriptions to the game lapse have resubscribed for the move op, lest they be left behind in Delve after the whole army moves without them. Which means that in this part of Ketch and Tenerifus, there is a seriously increased risk of there being a few trigger-happy old vets who have paid for, the 1 month of subscription so that they can move their stuff and are now just looking to get a couple of kills before their subscription lapses again. We will have to be a little bit careful. You can see the Goon Swarm B on top of this gate. And we've made it safely to Curse. The goons aren't so scary. Not so scary after all. There were a rough handful of them sitting in that last system at the border of Ketch and Curse, including an Arazu on the gate grid, which does make me a little bit leery of our return journey. However, on the return journey, we will only stand to lose a probe. We will no longer be carrying this precious cargo. It is not lost on me that we made the journey out here just 3 episodes ago to trade in our Angel loyalty points for faction ammo and implants, and I do agree that it would have been wise of me to check at that time and see if there's anything else in our Thera hangar that needed to come out to Curse. But what is done is done. We've made it back out for the second time to a Salvation Angel's warehouse. Okay, so we can sell our 44 research tools here for 21 million ISK after tax. Good. But it turns out that as for these sleeper data libraries, etc., we're going to have to fly 3 further jumps to a dominations plant specifically. We can do that over to J7A Tech, which I think is where we were running missions way back in the day. I think this is going to be a reunion tour. We sure have a lot of bookmarks here in J7A Tech. That's right, we were ninja mining an Athenor out here at one point. I wonder if that Athenor is still around. Oh, there is still an Athenor out here. I was being ironic since almost all of them seem to have been replaced by Meninox Moondrills. But this old Athenor sticks around. That's nice. We even have an Insta-Doc bookmark. How luxurious. Oh, this is where Shabani lives and Eva Morel Nemestra. Oh man, I seem to recall that I have a bone to pick with Eva Morel Nemestra. I'm not talking to either of these people ever again. I'm taking my complaints all the way to the top of the Angel Cartel command chain. Eva Morel, just wait, your comeuppance is comeupping. Now let's sell these things. 35.5 million ISK in sleeper data. Absolutely. Brings us up to 325 million, which is most of the way towards our 440 million ISK goal, but we will still have to do a few more ISK earning enterprises along the way. It's not only loyalty points from here on out, loyalty points and a bit of ISK. But first, we got to get Poppy back to Thera, which means another screaming hell ride through Ketch. Well, let's go. Well, we've got a retribution. Member of not Goon Swarm. I assume he's going to follow me through and try and catch me. He has followed me through. Okay. So I'm going to burn towards my safe. I'm going to preheat my micro warp drive. And warp. There we go. Well, there we go. 9 jumps to curse and 9 jumps back. 18 jumps through Goon space, and the most dangerous thing we encountered was a single non-Goon retribution who wasn't even equipped to catch us on the gate. Sovnal is not nearly as spicy as its reputation suggests. And we're back at the Gravitation Laboratory, which means we've almost wrapped up our business in Thera, probably actually for good this time. There is one more thing that I left behind in Thera that I want to extract out to Lowsec, and that is this thorax. I built this spare thorax here in Thera back when I took Thelma, the previous Thera thorax, out to Solitude to try and run those dens and eventually that Serpentis 5 of 10. I wanted to make sure that I still had a thorax in Thera just in case I lost Thelma to that 5 of 10 and still ended up needing a cruiser for something else, particularly in case I'd miscalculated and needed to mine some more ice. Well, the last of our reactions is now ready for delivery out of Namamake, so we will never need ice again. And I've got another idea for how we can use this thorax. Let's find a wormhole out to somewhere near Namamake. So I've reprocessed a few spare modules that were kicking around in Thera, and it turns out I actually have enough materials to build a second thorax. So we're going to bring 2 thoraces out to Lowsec. Okay, now before I explain my purpose for bringing Tammy and Terry out to Amamake, we have a little bit of assembly line business to attend to over at the Tatara. 160 sense heuristic Neuralink enhancers are done. Bam. And 160 cognitive Neuralink enhancers are likewise delivered. Bam again. That is all of our reactions done. There are no reactions left on this list. All we have to do is assemble the things we reacted up together using some blueprints. Blueprints like, that's our Neuralink conduit blueprint, 40 million ISK. GO Neuralink conduit blueprint, 40 million ISK. All right. GO trigger Neuralink conduit blueprint. We have everything we need. But there are no manufacturing facilities here. All right, we're gonna have to bring these blueprints and our Neuralink enhancers and our Neuralink stabilizers. And how many runs do we need of this? 4, I believe. I'm gonna actually look at my Cynabal blueprint, since we can now look there directly rather than looking at my spreadsheet. Okay, we need... Oh right, we don't need... I can't look at the Cynabal blueprint because it doesn't show me needing these at all anymore. It shows us needing the... It shows us needing 57 AngelNet resonators, not the 60 that I've been saying over and over again, because I forgot that our blueprint has 6% material efficiency. For most of the advanced components on the original blueprint, that didn't really matter at all, because we were building them in batches, because the reactions produce 100 at a time and the blueprints produce 40 at a time. So the 6% material efficiency was going to mean we would have a couple left over, but we'd have to build the same number in the first place to build a single Cynabal as we would have needed to react and build up for a Cynabal with 0 material efficiency. But these AngelNet resonators we get from the Malachim Zealots one at a time. So the fact that our material efficiency means we need 57, that means we're actually going to need 57. So we only have to get 57,000 Angel Cartel loyalty points, and we'll only need to pay 57 million ISK. Okay, that is something good to have learned. I'm glad we looked at this blueprint, but now I do have to look at the spreadsheet after all anyways, to make sure I'm building the right number of Neuralink conduits. Yeah, we need 4 of each conduit. So that means I'm gonna have to bring 160 of each enhancer, 4 of each stabilizer, 40 oxidizers, and 40 carbon. Actually, you know what? We're gonna have to do all of our BPO building over at the NPC station rather than here at the Tatara. So I might as well just bring everything. All of my PI, my blueprints, and my completed reaction output all over to the NPC station. Oh, except that it won't fit. It's going to be a couple of runs. But that's all right. Going from tether on the Tatara to an Instadock bookmark on the Republic Fleet Assembly Plant is actually a very risk-free little jaunt. So we can happily do a couple of runs in the probe without feeling stressed about it at all. This is the last of it. 55 cognitive emotive Neuralink enhancers over to the Republic Fleet Assembly Plant, and then I guess we'll never need to come back to the Tatara again, except for to pick up Aaron and Atron, I suppose. We have a couple of ships here, but all of this stuff in the item hangar, this is all the extra stuff that just wasn't required for our round number of outcome products. It's a shame. I wish there was some way we could make use of all this stuff, but for now, I guess it just sits here to get dusty. And now we can finally build our 4 Geo Trigger Neuralink conduits in the oven, and SR Trigger Neuralink conduits, 4 of them on the way. Look at that. It was a lot of work. These Neuralink conduits, when we started this run, these Neuralink conduits were really the bulk of the build cost of the Cynabal from like an ISK perspective. It was the fact that the Cynabal needed 8 Neuralink conduits of 2 types that kept the cost of the hull so high, because the blueprints were, you know, relatively easy to come by, or at least easy enough to come by that the blueprints didn't end up being a significant component of the price. It was all these things, and now they're not even necessary to build the Cynabal, but we are bringing them with us regardless. Now the price anchor of the Cynabal is really the net resonators. right? Because the only way to get the net resonators is by trading in Angel Cartel loyalty points. So the same way that the conduits were anchoring the price of the Cynabal before, now the Cynabal cannot be worth less than 57 million ISK plus the market value of 57,000 Angel Cartel LP. So I guess we'd best get back to working on those LP and that ISK, right? Which brings us back around to Tammy and Terry. Tammy and Terry, like the Cynabal, have ISK value that is based on what it takes to build them. Building Tammy and Terry, building a thorax, just takes minerals. It takes about 12 million ISK worth of minerals, which results in the market value of a built thorax being 12 million ISK plus a bit. It's a shame that we can't sell these, because we could use 27 million ISK, a lot more than we could use 2 thoraxes right now. But we can take these thoraxes PvPing, try and squeak some LP out of them, and it turns out there kind of is a way we can sell them. You see, I haven't really been talking about this insurance button over here. Insuring frigates is kind of irrelevant because the payouts are so low, and also I'm generally not planning on losing my ships, right? Insurance only pays out when you lose your ship, and it only pays out if you lose that ship within the next 12 weeks, right? So if I'm successful at not losing my ships, then paying for insurance just means I'm giving away ISK. But if I'm quite sure that I'm going to lose my ship in a lot less than 12 weeks, then things get pretty interesting. For 3 million ISK, I can buy platinum insurance for Tammy the Thorax. And then, if Tammy dies in the next 12 weeks, I'll get 10.3 million ISK in insurance payout. In a very roundabout way, the insurance system, from the perspective of this challenge, is actually a loophole, kind of, for selling minerals at about a 40% discount. So give me just a moment while I speak with the friendly penned insurance agent. Yes, thank you. I would like to buy platinum insurance for my thorax. Her name's Tammy. No, I'd be heartbroken if anything happened to her. What? What are you suggesting? My word as a Malcolm Zealot, I'm not going to be doing anything reckless with this ship. Okay, so we're going to take Tammy to a medium complex here in Omamake and just fight literally whatever comes for us. Okay, so we're sitting 27 kilometers off the beacon, which is about where we want to be if someone slides in on us. I wonder if I'll have time to talk about this fit before things get dangerous. It's actually pretty refreshing to be fitting up a PvP ship knowing that you don't care at all if you lose it. Actually, from an ISK per hour perspective, the faster we die, the faster we're earning that 7.3 million ISK. However, we also still do get loyalty points for killing people, and, you know, the killer in me wants to see if we can't pile up a couple of corpses before Tammy dies. I did consider an all-blaster dual web fit, but the truth is that, similar to the reason that just going with a straight sort of gank and tank brawling fit on a slasher destroyer is difficult when you don't have Tech 2 guns, same thing's true here. If we're in a in-your-face blaster thorax and we get into a fight with someone else who's in T2 guns, they'll know what they're getting into. They'll have come to fight a thorax on purpose, and we'll just be a weaker thorax than what they were expecting. So our best chance of actually sneaking in a kill is going to be in a fit that people aren't expecting. So we're flying a kite thorax. The DPS is not fantastic, but it's not terrible either. And we can shoot out with antimatter to, 20-ish kilometers to the end of point range. And also with no armor mods and these 2 nanofibers and a mech warp drive, we are surprisingly quick and nimble. We have an under 4-second align. We go 2,200 meters per second, unheated. We actually have a pretty good chance of managing to kite a fair number of things. And if something does start to get close to us, that's when we heat the web, pin him down, and keep pinging at him, not only with our 250 millimeter railguns, but also with our full flight of fast medium drones. I'm not sure this is a great fit. It's basically just like a beefier, slower Imperial Navy slicer in a way. But I think that we're more likely to get a kill in this fit than we would have been in the blaster armor dual web version of a Tech 1 and Metathorax. So now, we just gotta wait for someone to warp in on us so we can find out. Oh, exec navy. oh, 2 exec navies. Okay, these are probably the most OP ships that can enter this complex, and they're basically super thoraxes, which means they're better at everything that we do than we are. So I'm going to switch to thorium, because if these guys are railgun fit, we're just dead. But if they're blaster fit, and blasters are more common on executor navies, we might have a real chance of just kiting them. We do have 2 nanofibers. We should be faster than most executor navies. Let's go. Yeah, he's... Okay, only the one we're shooting is actually flying at us. And he's 440-ish meters per second slower than us. He got his drones on us. What is... Yeah, he's blaster fit. He's blaster and plate, probably. If his friend stays back... Oh, I don't want to jinx it, but we... Oh, there's a stab... I wasn't watching D-scan. There's a stabber coming in. I was just going to say we might actually have a chance here. We're kiting this guy long range now. We can't point him out here, obviously. But we're just plinking away at him. He's definitely plate fit. He might not have a rep. The stabber's coming our way slow. I'm slowing down a bit now to let that exec navy catch up a bit, so I apply more DPS and also can get him within point range. Oh, I don't like that oh man. I don't like it. I think we've got this in hand, but that stabber's coming in fast now. We're gonna have to switch to antimatter and get reckless if we want to have a chance of closing this off before that stabber gets here. Oh man, I want this so bad. Gotta keep it like 15 kilometers. He has webs for sure, but if we can hold him at like 15 kilometers and still stay out of his web range, heat our guns, there's a chance we could close this out. That stabber is too reckless. We're just dead now. We've been scrammed and webbed. His blasters are applying. Game over. Oh. I don't feel bad about that. I don't feel bad about that at all. Well done, Tammy. Well done. Oh! The stabber pointed him. We might get on a kill mail. All right, totally worth it. And there's our 10 million ISK insurance payout. So literally worth it. But I'm gonna wait a minute and see if that kill mail comes in. I'm really curious to see if that stabber got him in the end. And in the meanwhile, we have another thorax to fit up. Well, guys, here's the kill mail. That Executor Navy issue did die. That Thrasher did finish him off after he killed me. On the one hand, like, I did go into that complex with the intention of losing the thorax to collect the insurance payment. On the other hand, man, I wish I'd gotten this kill. I noticed now this guy wasn't even actually in either of the opposing militias, so there's no loyalty points on the line. I'm not sure I would have survived trying to loot those heavy neutron blaster 2s with that stabber burning in so fast, and that stabber wasn't an opposing militia. So there wasn't really a way where this was ending up with me getting this kill and getting that loot. But, oh, it would have felt pretty good. Would have felt pretty good to beat that Executor Navy issue. And I had range control. I had the fight in hand. But of course, in trying to get close enough to secure the kill, I also accidentally got close enough to get webbed and scrammed, and sometimes that's the way these things go. It is hard flying a solo kiting ship. But that was super fun. That was so good. And we've got another thorax. We just need to have another quick conversation with our good friends at Pend Insurance. Hello, Mr. Insurance Agent. I don't know what happened to Tammy. It was a tragic mistake. I promise. I promise. Nothing like that will happen again. Just sign me up for another insurance policy, please. I'll be much more careful this time. And here we go, straight back into the medium complex. Oh, here comes a slasher. And a hookbill. He's coming at me fast. Slasher down. That went well. Let's see if the hookbill goes for it. Is it worth looting that slasher wreck? Oh! Yes, it is. I might want to get that stuff back to safety. Let's just go drop that slash loot off, shall we? Oh, here comes the hookbill too. Damage control 2, overdrive injector system 2, 2 more 150mm light autocannon 2s. I do kind of regret not sticking around to fight that hookbill though. Oh, I'm glad we got a kill. That was nice. Now, is that hookbill still in the medium? He is. And so is the stabber. Probably don't want to slide while they're fighting. Is that the kill mark there? That must be the one kill mark on the thorax. Terry's going to Valhalla. Oh, the stabber's coming in now. Well, I'm going to try and fight this stabber. I have a feeling it's not going to go well for me, though. Alright, Sard. How fast are you? Alright. I'm not gonna fight this stabber. Left my drones behind though. Now that I've gotten an actual kill in Terry, I'm still gonna keep flying in there and just being reckless over and over again. Don't tell the pet insurance agents. But I'm not gonna stay and die when I don't have to. And Sarg had autocannons with barrage there. He'd already gotten through my shield, which was the entirety of my tank. If I'd stayed, then that fight would have just been me quickly dying. So instead I'm going to repair up, load up some new drones, and try and find something else to fight. Alright, back into the medium yet again. Once more into the breach. Here comes another hookbill. He's coming in. Look, Bill. I wonder if it's that same dude. I'm within point range of the beacon this time. So he won't slip away from me so easily. 19 kilometers from the beacon. Here he is. This is going well. Make sure it doesn't slip the... Good. Good. Don't you dare try and escape. Hookbill down. Oh man. Oh, but the slasher's coming in. I won't be able to collect my loot. I want that afterburner too so bad. But I can't have it. Can't have it if that stabber slides. Good fight. Yeah, good fight, but I can't stick around. The stabber will just kill me. Well, that should be 2 kill marks. 2 kill marks on Terry the Thorax. I'm not as good at suiciding ships as I would have thought. When I built this fit, I was like, I'm pretty sure that I can kill frigates and destroyers while they try and close range on me. And it turns out that's right. It can almost kill a blaster executor navy issue. I'm feeling quite good about this little insurance fraud outing. I should probably dock back up and repair my modules though before I get in another fight. 4 Thrashers are coming in. I'm gonna pull some proper distance. I'm gonna reload thorium. And I'm gonna see if I can maybe ping off a couple of these Thrashers while they fly towards me. I don't want to get cute with them though. I want to be like a good 50 kilometers off the beacon and make them really fly at me. I want to see how fast they are. They're not moving yet. Are you gonna come for me, Thrashers? What are you thinking? More stuff's incoming. No one's burning for me yet. Are they fighting each other? Oh, yeah, most of them are in Gaggle. But one of them's in Pew. Let's fly over and take some pot shots. Now they've all left. Masters are coming back. Load thorium again. Oh. Okay. Their artillery fit. Can't really deal with that. All right, we're in a very unfortunate situation now. I actually have somewhere to be in real life. So I'm gonna have to repair up and then log off for the day with Terry the Thrasher somehow still alive and sporting 2 kill marks. I have 12 weeks to lose Terry before my 3 million ISK insurance premium is forfeit, so I'm gonna be back at this, I think, tomorrow. Okay, we're back, and Terry's insurance policy is not getting any younger. So let's go see if we can add a couple more kill marks, or at the very least, earn ourselves 10 million ISK. Straight to the Mimitar Navy. Checker Navy issue. This might be my chance for redemption. Is it going to be a lone blaster fit exec Navy? He's burning at me. He can't be faster than me. No way he's faster than me. Oh. All right, we're in trouble. Well, sayonara, Terry. You did well. Should have heated my Merkle warp drive as soon as I saw him burning at me. I set it to heat, but it was fresh in a cycle. And by the time the heat applied, it was already off from the scram. Well, this was a pretty rewarding insurance fraud outing. We are up another 10 million ISK. There's 2 daily rewards we have to send off as well. And now, well, now I guess it's time to actually look at finding our way over to an active insurgency. I'd just like to say a quick congratulations to all the newly elected members of CSM 19, and thank you to all of you for supporting me in my campaign. I didn't quite make it, but that just means more time to make videos, and I'm not going to give up on pushing through that Corvette rebalance. See you all soon.